Welcome to the Missing Link, y'all.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
It's Daniel here today, missing Big Irv and Dave, but we have a special guest with us, artist, producer, engineer, dad, just all around creative. We got Achilles in the building.
How's it going? How's it going? How's it going?
Everybody say what's up to Achilles.
What up? What up? What up?
Yo. So trying to get this chat going too through the TikTok. So if any of you guys have any questions that you want to ask, definitely let us know, and we will we'll try to address those throughout the interview. So let's get started, man. Achilles just dropped a project recently. Actually, he dropped a single in 2026, and then a project earlier in 2025. Sick to Sick.
New Year's Day or New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
It.
So it's not quite a year.
No,
that it's been out, but
yeah. It's been a good little minute. Just finally doing the promo for it and all that stuff.
So let me ask. Let's get right to it. As far as some musical influences that you have growing up, it doesn't gotta be just rap, but just in general.
Right. When I growing up, I was listening to a lot of like Mexican Salvadorian style music, so like cumbias, merengue, salsa, all the Latin stuff. My mom's Salvadorian, my dad's Mexican, so that's kind of a thing. I started picking up hip hop around when I was like 7, 8 years old. When I first heard "Get Rich or Die Trying" by 50, and then. Yeah, after that, The Game came out, and LA was just on fire for a good little minute there.
Game had everybody in chokehold.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's probably Game's more of an influence as far as like rapping style, production though, and all that. I'm more of leaning towards like old school 50 for this project at least, because typically I dabble in every other genre.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And I know it was one song on there that kind of had a more of a vintage 50 sound as far as like the beat. Let me find it. So do you speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Like fluent? You fluent? Man.
It's first language.
Oh, that's what's up, bro. That is what's up.
Yes, sir.
Do you prefer speaking Spanish over?
It don't matter English? At this point. I've been in Kansas City long enough.
Yeah.
I speak both languages pretty fluently.
Do you think being bilingual has kind of helped you in life, just in general, like music aside, but just in general?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge thing. The bilingual part in general. I mean, my grandma always used to tell me, if you know how to speak 2 languages, you're worth 2 workers.
Mm-hmm.
So on and so forth. You know, once you can translate, once you can like open, it opens doors to learning a lot more into. Honestly, it helped me, like in my career, besides music, helped me move up in like management pretty fast in warehouses that I worked at.
Yeah, because you.
Yeah, when I was able to just pick up the ropes, and then like I used to be an ops manager for a manufacturer for GM.
Okay.
So we the reason why I was able to move up so fast there is mainly because the truck drivers were all coming from Mexico. You know, they all spoke Spanish, and the translation part of it was easy. Like there were moments where they needed help. Nobody there spoke Spanish. They put me in there. Next thing you know, I was in the office. Next thing you know, I'm in management. Next thing you know, it just trickles down all the way.
The song I was thinking of was. I'm sure it was this one. This one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of I Teach You How to Stunt.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit. I was like, oh, that sounds like 50. To the live audience, just want to make sure that everything is everything right now. Is that TJ? TJ, are you on here, bro? It looked like it. It looks like it. I want to add a moderator. I'm not trying to add another moderator. We just want more viewership. Mm-hmm. All right, so with with their music influences and being bilingual, what kind of geared you towards the more English lyrics, the English style of music or hip hop or just music
I
in
do
general?
both.
Okay.
Yeah, I dabble in both.
Oh,
I fuck, I love hip hop in general. Just the upbringing, especially out in Los Angeles, it was a huge part of like the culture and how it was uprun,
yeah.
lifestyle wise. And then what happened? I moved out here, kind of adopted that whole. I started, hanging around friends and rapping with them. It wasn't until about 2018, 2019 that I started trying to do the Spanish music,
Yeah.
and that has been a success ever since.
Now, like Spanish hip hop or just in like
All of
more
it,
cultural?
Spanish hip hop, Spanish like R&B, Spanish pop, reggaeton, all that.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to dabble into a lot of regional mexicana, which is regional Mexican, the traditional bandas and all that stuff. So
The people I know you more on the lighter side of the skin tone. The people, are they surprised when you tell them that
every
you
time,
you're Mexican?
every time. The amount of times that I've the amount of times that people have said stuff that's like incredibly offensive, and I just hit them with a little bit of Spanish just so they know that I understood. And they're just like, oh, okay, oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
That's wild. That's wild. And that's like one thing that I always kind of wondered is just like if people's talking about me in a different language and I just didn't know, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And just being able to understand a different language, then you know.
You gauge it too. You start seeing like how people really are. She was like, "Oh, you don't even like me, dog, but all right, we're
Yeah.
gonna play cool."
Yep. Guess it's just a part of life. Who we got in this chat? I need to move this out the way. Here. Keep this here. So we just
So
got-
DM me with your Cash App right now. Just joined.
Yo, whoever this is right now in the view, is that who said what's goody? Half? One half?
Hey, that's my dog, half and half.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. What's
Half and
cracking,
half.
dog?
What's good?
He's actually an artist here. I engineer a lot of his stuff. I've ran sessions with him here. I've ran sessions at Unlabeled.
Yeah.
Real cool cat.
What's your favorite part about or some of your favorite parts about helping other people create music and not you being the artist? But
I was doing it for so long behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Even in like the production world, when I started jumping into production, it was it's easier for me now, or it got pretty easy for me to just stand back and I think it's just watching the excitement of the artist going from like one sound to next thing you know you have a full project.
Yeah.
And they're over here like, how that even happened?
Do you think it took time to get like, I don't want to say confidence, but like comfortable taking on somebody else's like idea and helping them like put it to wax? Like,
Yeah, yes and no, because the way I run my sessions, I lead a lot.
Yeah.
My producer brain just starts going, so I start throwing ideas like crazy. And typically, like I don't think I've had a client yet that's told me that they didn't like the idea. So it's worked out so far.
That's what's up. Trying to get this do a little Facebook live and too. We're gonna fix that. Probably put it, yeah. We are a very informal podcast situation going for sure. I hope y'all Hope y'all can definitely hear us all right. Half and half, yes sir. Cool. Share the live, bro.
Yeah, invite people, dog.
Share the live for us.
Everybody know.
I need loud and clear. Cool. All right, so more Pro Tools or
I'm a Logic head.
Logic.
I'm a
You have a
Logic.
Logic Pro, Logic Pro Studios.
Absolutely.
So you, why Logic?
I started with GarageBand when I started with Audacity back in the day. But then when I finally got my first MacBook, I got GarageBand. That's when I started going to school. So when they gave us the laptop, obviously it's free. Before they gave us Logic and Pro Tools, so I was already dabbling in the GarageBand format in general. So when they gave me Logic, I was just like, the translation between that to this
Was just kind of
yeah, it's so much easier. I did force myself to use Pro Tools for a good little minute there.
Yeah.
But then I moved out. I moved back out here. I started working at the studio that I was working at, and the producer that I was working with at the time, before I got into the engineering and production part, he used Logic, so it just coming right back to that.
All right. Time to rep the studio that you currently are working out
Oh,
of.
I'm an independent contractor. First off,
Hey,
but currently right now I am the lead engineer over at Unlabeled Music Services.
That's
but
what's
like
up.
I said, I jump around everywhere.
you can roll. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
About
Shout out
Unlabeled.
Unlabeled.
Shout out Unlabeled. We're at Industry Sounds right now, but
Yes, sir.
Unlabeled is definitely pretty popular in this city for sure. What are some of the things that you enjoy about like that studio facility, just in general? So
It's just stomping grounds. I started working there. I started going to Unlabeled when it was out of Stephen Cooper's basement
Okay.
back in Liberty. And that was back in 2011, 2012.
before they got to like
Yeah,
a
before they
commercial-
moved into the new location that they have over in Westport now.
Okay.
So when we got there, I helped build the walls. I helped paint the studio. The whole team helped structure the whole thing. So for me, I think it's more of a sentimental thing
Yeah.
more than anything else. If it's not there, I'm here.
Comfort level though is just like home, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's
Like I said, it's just stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Where I started, I want to make sure it's still going.
Yeah.
As much as possible.
What's since you let's boom roll
Right.
back. You went to school for music,
Yes.
audio engineering.
Yes.
Let's give kind of how that went from I think I want to do this. I kind of want to pursue it to like taking the initiative to actually enroll in and going. Let's
So unpack that.
yeah bring it yeah
Yeah, so pretty much the way that it was working out was I lived out in Cali till I was 10. Then after I was 10, we moved out here. Me and my mom moved out here. I went back. It was like a back and forth situation till I was like about 16. Then I came back, graduated, and right after that I went back to LA. While I was in LA, I think I was in sports and all that stuff, but I was jumping around so much it was kind of pointless towards the end of it. So I was just like, well, this music thing's starting to pop off, so let's give it a go. And then I remember just seeing an ad for the LA Film School, and they had a whole recording arts program there. So I enrolled, went in, checked it all out. Next thing you know, I'm in these classes, and I mean the networks that I met out in Cali out of that school were probably what I paid for.
yeah
It wasn't really what they taught me. I already knew kind of what I was doing. I just didn't know the slang. You feel me?
some of the terminology
Yeah. I didn't know what a compressor was. I didn't know what an EQ was. I didn't know what multiband, all that stuff. I didn't know what any of that stuff was until I got there, and they kind of like gave me the rundown. But even afterwards, man, my mixes weren't all that great. I had to develop the ear. I had to do that. I didn't start really picking up steam and start running till 2018 when we had Brian Kennedy and David Foreman were out at Unlabeled working with a country singer called Andrew James. And during that time that they were there, David Foreman, shout out David, shout out BK.
shout out
Yeah. He needed a Spanish catalog, and I had just done my first like Spanish reggaeton record
yeah
like the week prior to that. So we sat down. He chopped it up with me. He was like, "Oh well, I need help with the writing and the songs and da 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 da." And I pretty much sat in with him for a good little month, where it was while they were working on that project, where I was just watching how they worked, getting the ear for how the mixes were, just seeing their processes and how to yeah how to manipulate the dolls in general. Like the way they were moving was crazy to me. Now I look back and I'm like, I can't believe I worked any other way. But when I was watching it the first time, I was like, this is all streamlined. I can see why this is effective.
Yeah.
And ever since then, yeah.
Do you are you more partial to like recording vocals over instruments, bands over solo artists, or it just doesn't matter?
I like vocals.
Yeah.
I like manipulating vocals more than anything else. I do dabble in everything else. So I've done bands before and shit like that. So, but ultimately, cleaning up of the vocal and getting it right and placing it and adding verb here and automation and all that is how I enjoy my time, I guess, when it comes down to mixing.
It's a lot with audio. Give me a couple of your favorite artists, current artists.
Current Kenny for sure.
Okay.
Uh,
Shout outs to
Shout out. Kenny's probably up there. I got Cole, obviously.
Shout outs to Cole.
We got Rakim,
The OG.
OG. We wouldn't be doing multi-syllable rhyme schemes like this without him. So shout out Rakim, The Game, obviously, and then like old school 50 for sure.
Do you you miss anything about that early hip hop?
Oh, absolutely. I miss the grit. Yeah. I miss how everybody was just going at each other's necks, and it was fun. Yeah. Even this whole like little beef situation that just happened, I had a great time watching it. And if it weren't for all the legal stuff, it would have been a dope little squabble and call it a day. But
why do you think artists have such a, especially hip hop artists have such a hard time? I want to word this correctly. Like have such a hard time of letting go of old ideas of themselves in order to help them kind of evolve into I don't want to say a different artist,
right?
But just just
growing,
consistently. What do you think is gets in the way of that? Do you think it's more so ego. Like, well, I got an image? Okay,
ego. It's you think you. I mean, and ultimately, when you're making a song, you think it's the greatest song ever.
That's all of us.
The reason you're making the song is because you think it's going to be the one that's going to take you out the hood.
Right? No, you real. That's real.
So I think that's ultimately what it is. People just think that they're already good.
Yeah.
Because that's how it was for me. I'm not even going to hold you. Before I met BK and David and like got that little experience, I thought I was, top of the top.
The shit.
I wasn't. When I go back and listen to the music that I did then versus what I'm doing now, and I'm consistently growing. I got a new project that's about to drop that's trumping this one in my personal opinion. But it's growth, and it's me. I've always been the guy that if you tell me to go straight, I'm taking a left turn, and if I need to go right, I'm probably going backwards.
That's real.
I need to figure because I like to challenge myself and put myself in uncomfortable positions. That way, I kind of grow. My artistry grows because of the fact that even if I mess up and it doesn't sound good, I know okay, don't do this, but do this next time.
Yeah,
because you're always going to take something from whatever you're doing.
What kind of made you want to just hop on podcasts and just kind of be a little vulnerable, open about self and where you at just as a person, artist aside?
Yeah. There was a lot that happened in the last few years. A breakup and like relationships and all that stuff. Yeah. Anyways. Right. And it kind of put me into a very dark place.
Yeah.
I ended up having to check myself into a program called Worthy Wellness out in San Diego, mental health. There was a lot of sobriety stuff that we did and everything, but a lot of it was just self care and
Yeah.
all that. While I was out there, I was working with more musicians, and then it just started hitting me like I never document any of this. I worked with some dope people.
Like no photo. No
Yeah,
records.
I'm always in the moment.
Yeah.
I don't like I don't even like when other people do it to me. You
It
feel
feels
me?
staged.
Yeah.
Not real. Like, hey.
And then it's always like, how do you pose and what's going? And I'm like,
my hands.
yeah.
My hands.
So yeah, like I said, I've been in some really dope rooms with some really dope people, and the fact that I haven't documented any of it is kind of
Insane.
insane. I have the memories though.
But that's all that matters.
Yeah.
The moments. Life is moments. Shit, we all been in dark places, bro. I feel like I'm like in light, but also like there's dark places
Oh, absolutely.
that are just in the path. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I can't avoid them. Like I gotta go through.
I ain't
them.
gonna hold you when it comes down to like my physical health, my mental health right now, and my like career and everything. Everything's starting to like pan out. My love life though, I'm cool. I don't even want it. I don't even want it. Throw it away.
Music is a good love to have,
Yes,
and the women are there. They gonna always be there. You know what I'm saying? But loving yourself and just having it,
It's loving yourself is a big one.
it's huge, bro.
And it's so downplayed. It's so downplayed.
It is because one, the older you get, people are like, "What's wrong with you?" That you know what I'm saying. You ain't with somebody, or you know what I mean. And it's like it's kind of you're looked at as the weird one for
Right.
being keeping to yourself.
Yeah, but when they're divorced in 3 years, and you're still not.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
It's one of those situations for me.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it a lot lately. Like a lot of my, like people, like not people in my direct circle, but like social media is toxic as hell. First off,
Very much so.
but it's just it's so glorified now. It's so glorified to just not be a good human, a good human being, and
It is.
I don't understand why. I don't understand where that even stemmed from, but we're here now.
Everybody's. I think it's just to me. I feel like it's just more like people are more vocal, and it's more like visible now. You know what I mean? I think people have always been into themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know what I mean? But now it's just like
But I understand that part. I just don't understand the need to put others people down while you're doing that. That's my biggest. That's the biggest taboo. Like
Yeah.
for some reason, it's a taboo. It's like you can't you for some reason you can't be a good person, and
yep.
it's just
That's
I
usually
don't
how
know.
it works.
I got some good people in my circle and all that stuff, so I'm not gonna say everybody's like that. But like the norm and what social media pushes to everybody right now is absolutely just self, and which is completely okay. Always take care of yourself because you do come first.
But at the expense of putting somebody else down,
Yeah.
or trying to keep them down, or prevent them, or making them the focal point of
Right.
you know what I'm saying, of negative.
I'd rather highlight a city full of artists
Yeah.
than put them in competition and make them want to compete for a spot that really doesn't matter.
you know. I think some of that comes with what's up, Christina? If you still in the chat, I don't know. Y'all just coming in and out. Coming in and out. I don't know. I think some of it comes with just time and age. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
and I start thinking back on like the things that I see on social media, the things that I see like or hear on the radio, but mostly on social media. And I have to keep in because I'm 38, but just
Right.
keeping in context. The
We're-
people that I'm watching are normally younger than me that are doing negative things as far as when it comes to like big up in themselves and keeping other, even though it's people my age
hold
trying
on,
to
dog.
keep it too.
I'm right, because I'm right there with you. For a minute there, I thought it was the kids too, but then I started seeing my
Adults.
circles. My circles started being weird, and I was just like, wait a minute. Oh no, this is a pandemic, dog.
Bro, it is. What DMX say? I sold my soul to the devil, and the price was cheap. It gets cold on this level, and it's twice as deep.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I don't know, and it's for adults. I think some of it's based in fear. Some of it is like people just. There are some people in the world that just like want to like cause chaos.
Just like there's good people, there's evil people,
Right.
that choose to be
Yeah.
evil. Like this is 100% factual. The same people, as good as you see one person, I promise you, there's going to be a exact opposite person that, you know.
Yeah. And like,
but then which one's actually evil? The ones faking it, or the ones? You feel me?
I mean, I don't think nobody's just like inherently like morally virtuous and righteous and just.
I think most of us derive from sinful nature.
Yeah, if you want to bring it in that realm, I think we all fall short of God's glory and goodness. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like we all are definitely sinful people. I think that no man's righteousness should be like flaunted because it's as good as we feel. Like we still got fucked up layers. You know what I mean? Whether it's bitterness, resentment, we might
envy, and it might just come in a split second. But even the Bible says even that split second will send you to hell.
Yep. And I don't want to say that split second send you to hell. I think
I'm saying, and that's what it's like. I'm not saying that that's what it means exactly, but it's like the concept is that even the smallest little temptation that you give into, it will lead you to a path of
unrighteousness. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. It's kind of weird because I do see that like that dynamic online. Like certain artists have more like high moral music or even spiritual music, and you got some artists that
what's in the production
that don't. I mean, the production is just to me it don't make a difference what whether it's a minor style beat, a major style music.
No, but I'm saying like there's certain people that lean more into the darker tone,
True,
and more people that lean into the lighter tone. That's why I said that's what I meant by production. Because we're not talking about just in the beat, because that's beat making. In the whole production of the record is you can hear it, you can feel the energy. The music is energy, 100%.
It definitely is.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like even the music that this 626 album, I might talk a little, a little gunplay here and da da da. But that's just where I grew up, slang and all that stuff. At the end of the day, when I was making those songs, there was no hatred in my head.
Yeah,
heart. It was 100% just fun.
I feel like you could talk about guns and violence in the proper context of your life and in the world. Mm-hmm. Self-defense is necessary.
Absolutely.
Right to bear arms is necessary. It's not like we glorify it, but I mean, it's nothing wrong with letting somebody know like where you stand and the consequences of for them if they choose to act, in a way towards you that you feel threatened by, or you know what I mean? Like
that's right for a reason.
And it's nothing wrong with that. It's taboo in especially Black and brown communities to talk about guns because of the way the propaganda has pushed it. And some of our own people have pushed that too. That line they glorify.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
But it's just like any other community.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I mean they do it too.
No, you're right. You're
they
right.
Absolutely do.
You're right. But it's like if I'm on social media and I got a hunting rifle, it's gonna be looked at different than somebody else with a hunting rifle. You know what I'm saying? Just because of my color. You know what I mean? And that's unfortunate, but I think a mature mind can keep shit proper context. You know what I mean? Where they're not like the stereotypes and the what I'm saying, the judgments and shit. It's and I think honestly, like especially hip hop music, like like the music that's created in hip hop, it just it's hard to filter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, dude, I was 7, 8 years old listening to Get Rich or Die Trying.
Man.
Uncensored. 8 years old screaming
Nitty bit.
I swore I had all the ops.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I swore I had they all wanted to get me, dog. Oh, man. That's a great song, though. It's such a great song.
That project, bro, is like a defining moment.
Elite of the elites.
Bro.
That's one of the greatest hip hop projects that I've heard in the last. Well, not in the last whatever, but in that era for sure.
And it's hard to do, especially
and then following up with the documentary, dog.
I mean, just coming
and then following the beef in LA was so weird.
You talking about the
game and Fifth?
Yeah,
it was so weird because it was obviously LA Game. You know, everyone was he was done at the time of his career. He was doing the dub shows, the dub tour shows sponsored by Monster. Like he was going off. People don't remember how bad how Game
how like fucking up there he was. Yeah,
that freaking the One Blood, the remix that had everybody in the industry on it was insane. But, you know,
powers that be and egos and
antics for sure.
People's personal lives. It's hard to
because I don't even think he's bad. He was wrong in that whole the altercation with him and 50. I think honestly, I think Game had more of a point than 50 did. With the whole like, oh, if you're not beefing with Fat Joe and them, then you're not in G Unit. Like
I don't have to beef with the same people that you beefing with, and then
you squash it. It's squashed. They're
right.
Cool. They're cool as hell. Him, Fat Joe, and all the locks, all of them are freaking kicking it now like nothing. And the game's out of the freaking loop.
He was wise enough to not have blind loyalty. Blind loyalty will keep people from.
Keep opportunities, connections,
just furthering their careers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And Fat Joe had been in the game way longer than 50, and the connections that Fat Joe had are, I feel, a lot more deeper than 50's connections. You know what I mean?
Especially that time in New York, especially in hip hop, because it's New York, the Mecca. You're not talking about LA no more. You're talking about like
New York.
You at that point you can get Nas on a record. Now you can't. Like if he would have been beefing with a lot of these Nas joints that they did wouldn't have happened. That was Wayne joints that they had. With him and Game and Wayne, those songs wouldn't have happened. A bunch of music. Honestly, I think if he would have followed through, his career would have ended just like everybody else in G Unit. Personally,
because you don't see nobody except Yayo, and he's just doing podcasts.
Yeah, and going on tour with 50 and doing his shit. But as far as like in the music world, they're not really dropping
as relevant, at all. And do you think that's hard for artists to go from that fucking high and that much notoriety to coming back down to earth? Like, we ain't playing none of your records no more. Like, you ain't hearing none of that. Like, they're almost like you saw your whole career unfold, peak and go. Peak and fizzle. And you still gotta wake up and live.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, do you think that's like a hard thing to deal with especially when like your homies are still going?
I think that's what makes or breaks an artist personally.
Yeah.
I think those are the moments where you're supposed to be grinding your ass off and busting your ass.
Yeah.
Not in the sense to get back to that peak. But I think if you are in a position that you're that high, it's gonna get quiet eventually. The wave's gonna go away.
Yeah.
How are you gonna capture it again? And what formula are you gonna grab from what you did and improve on?
Should I want to capture it again? You know what I mean? Only certain people have been able to like recapture.
Kenny does it all the time.
I mean, but it's only a certain. Wayne did it.
Wayne does it all the time.
Jay-Z did it.
I'm surprised Wayne has. Honestly, I think if they wouldn't have relied so much on AI on the Carter 6, for that production, I think it would have been a great. I don't understand why he didn't hit up Boy Wonder or all these producers. Like it's Wayne.
He probably got.
He could have gotten anybody, and they would have done it for free.
Yeah. Which is hard when you got that many options, bro. Like he probably got beats every day. Thousands people just, I got some beats for you, and it's like it's hard to be like, damn, like how do I pick? And then sometimes your contracts don't allow you to work with certain people. It's like
I don't think he was under contract.
I'm just saying in general. It's just like
that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's under contract, dog. What are you doing, dog?
Well, then I think then it's just finding the different sound.
Yeah,
like Tech, he went from one sound.
I didn't like that last project personally.
I ain't really listen to like new Tech songs and.
I love the classics. I love the classics.
I'm more of a classic. I think the newer Tech is for the people that are younger than me.
I think he tried too hard to relate to, because the whole concept of this one was even different.
Yeah.
He wanted to make like a full concept album of like where he grew up and everything like that, which was hard. Completely understand why you would do that. I just didn't like the delivery.
Do you think it could have been?
A song with Wayne, I did not like that one at all. I was mad as hell that I didn't like that one. Bro, I really went in there looking for it.
For that
like specifically.
I know
was like, Wayne and
fired.
Tech are about to go crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, the rapping was great, the production was just not there.
That's what to me with artists sometimes is like, damn it, I would love to hear them on this style of beat.
Oh, absolutely.
Or this, you know what I'm saying? These style of tracks. And sometimes we don't get that. Mm-hmm. And it's okay, like, because like let's say what Wayne was rapping in like the late 90s, early 2000s, like the beats he was rapping to then, is totally different than
what's going on
now.
Yeah.
And like just shit, the way that, like my favorite rapper was Pac, like through and through.
Absolutely.
And a lot of his earlier music,
LA.
You know what I mean? A lot of his earlier music, just a lot of like instrumentation, man.
He put a lot of work into everything.
Yeah.
From the female singers, because he was big on having like female singers come to do his hooks. From the singers that he chose to just content and like the subject matter that he would do was just fucking.
Bro,
oh my god!
It's like
a lot of my storytelling writing is definitely derived
from Pac
for sure.
Bro,
sure. I had a good little like 10-year run where I was deep diving into all the conspiracy theories and oh my god, I was reading.
Seen all the DVDs and all the.
I swore I figured something out.
Man,
ask me what I figured out now. I had no idea.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, Pocket is definitely it was a huge culture change for sure, especially in LA with New York cat coming through and just wrecking shop like that was
unheard of
until afterwards was 50. 50 was the only other cat that did the same thing. But
I think with Pac, because he was still a teen moving to the West Coast, I think that he wasn't looked at. Well, nowadays it's kind of looked at like, bro, you from the East. But I think then it was just more like.
Well, as soon as he linked up with Suge and Dre, it was over. That West Coast sound just consumed him completely.
Yeah,
that whole album was freaking amazing.
Yeah,
production wise and just subject matter and all that. I like his older stuff more though. Like Tupacalypse now was probably my just as far as when it comes down to like storytelling and a lot more deep. It was a lot deeper. I feel like that last year he was just crashing out completely.
Oh,
that last album, you hear it. There's so much pain in that, and I get it though. You know, like a lot of the stuff that was going on in his life.
You on the same label that your ops on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The parent label is Interscope. Interscope had Bad Boy and Death Row.
It's the same thing as UMG.
Which is weird. It's weird.
It all derived to UMG. UMG has been in control of that whole. Universal has been in control of that whole situation for a very long time. Interscope has been part of UMG.
Okay, so imagine being a fucking.
They were making money, dog.
Multi-platinum. You know what I'm saying? Multi-platinum.
They were making money.
And back then, you couldn't just like there wasn't the oversight that they got now, where you can kind of track funds a little more detailed than back then. Like back then, it was like Wild Wild West and shit. Like,
dude, they were washing money and
you
everything.
got a whole
dog.
motherfuckers over a balcony just to get out of the contract and shit. Like, damn. Like,
Nowadays, it's just talk to my lawyer, dude.
you know what I'm saying? I think Shicey tried to get out his contract and he back in the. You know what I'm saying?
I feel so. And then the people that are calling Gucci a rat for that, dog, y'all need to sit
You know
down.
what I mean?
Y'all need to sit down, dog. Bro, 'cause they no way you're telling me that you are down with somebody just coming through and just robbing your shit. And then other people are like, oh, well, he should have crashed out and, like, crashed out. And I'm like, why? Why would a grown man with a whole multi-million-dollar business now just say, oh,
Throw it
fuck
away.
my whole life? Screw that. Get my lawyer. Get his ass out of here, dog. Give me my shit back, too.
You know what
Fuck
I mean?
is that?
Yeah, I'm an adult now. We handling shit a little differently.
Way differently.
I'm not crashing out, losing my future. And unfortunately, not everybody gets to that maturity level.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? They don't, or even, I don't even want to say that. Some people don't even have that conscience to reflect. Like, if I do this, you know what I'm saying? Because my pride is hurt. Niggas just robbed me and shit. What do I do? Right. Do I call up the homies and go at them? Do I go on a late night and do it myself? Or do I do the fucking right thing now since I got millions of dollars and a lot of shit at stake?
And he low-key did him a favor, too, dog, because he put him in jail, but he's still getting paid off of his royalties. Yeah. And that, say whatever you want, that publicity stunt that shot his music up.
All the way up.
All the way up.
Yeah.
So commissary is cool, dog.
You know what I mean?
Conjugal visits, you probably got them too, dog. Like, you're Pooh Shiesty. They're not struggling in prison for real.
But still, man, one day out is
no,
a million times better.
I'd rather him not do it completely. I'd rather him not try to rob the guy that fucking put millions of dollars in your pocket. Like, why would you even? If you want to get out of your contract,
go to a different channel.
Do what Drake did. Drop 3 albums in one freaking day and call it a
yeah. No, that's real. That's real. That's real. It's just not everybody has that foresight, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to accept. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to accept that you got all this bread, you go anywhere you want, you done been around the world, you ain't even touched 30.
I don't think they have that kind of money.
I mean,
I think they were broke. That's why they did what they did. I don't think they had money at that point. Why would you do that if you had money?
The same reason.
But rob? Like what? I can't answer. I gotta answer that. I think they were. Well, they were waiting on the
some pay and never got it. So they're like, "Fuck it, we about to."
I mean, it's ultimately you got the way music pays is easy. You got your BMI, you got your sound exchange, you got your typical stuff, and then you got to do the paperwork. If you guys didn't do the paperwork, then maybe that's what's going on, or maybe whatever. Which I'm sure they know how to. They're already in the.
You'd be surprised, but that's where all this smoke and mirrors comes, is because
you assume that they would know. You would assume they would have like music lawyers tell them, hey,
they probably have them, and that's where the trust and shit comes in. Is like, well, I can't rely on another individual to fill out papers for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't rely on an individual to determine my splits. I got to make sure that, and if I do rely on them, then I need to have some sort of oversight to make sure that they're doing it, and then also doing it like properly, so I'm not getting fucked. Mm-hmm. But that's what usually happens. Is a lot of times they hire the lawyers, they hire the publicists, they hire the managers, and the managers are doing backdoor dealings. You know what I'm saying? To get over from ownership, masters. All of that shit, publishing.
Yeah, publishing is a big
one. You know what I mean?
Nowadays,
like,
everybody nowadays. It's funny because a lot of people nowadays are bragging about staying in ownership of their masters when they don't understand that that ownership of their masters doesn't mean anything if you don't own the publishing.
Right.
The publishing is where the money's at.
Right.
Like, that's what I found out. Like the whole thing with Drake too. Like his publishing is owned by UMG. That's the reason why they're so adamant about everything that's been going on lately and shit like that.
Yeah.
That whole comparison that they've been doing about that, the streamings and all that, like Drake relies more on the streaming royalties and all that stuff that he's done off of his music. Dot, I feel like, relies more on the placements that he's gotten through the. I mean, the Black Panther freaking album alone was a production by him, so he got. I know he got fucking paid.
I forgot he
Wow.
was.
He oversaw TDE, he oversaw the whole thing, and he created the whole thing within a. They said like a week.
Show money don't hurt
what
neither.
Are you doing, dog? what kind of shit are you on? I need to know because that boy works.
Yeah, it's
But you know, and they're probably it's probably still on part of the publishing. They're probably getting fat royalties every time they play a Black Panther movie.
It's like back in the earlier times, pre-internet for real, or just the internet we know today, is like you had to physically fill out forms, go into a BMI or ASCAP building, get the paperwork to somebody, hope they do what they supposed to do with this shit.
Oh hell no!
You know what I'm saying?
I was never around for that one.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like to the point now where like BMI, like bars and local clubs, gotta have like just to play people's music, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
we're in the streaming world.
When I lived in St. Louis, bro, I used to go to these open mics and play guitar. This place called the Bill on Broadway. And they did like cover songs too, like bands and shit like that. But I remember when I moved back to KC, I saw this news article about BMI pretty much suing that bar because they didn't have a license.
That's
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all got people
not even just giving them a warning and being like, hey, can you
we suing you? Either get your license
or stop playing music.
Stop playing music. We will shut all this shit down. And I'm like, they had somebody
that kind of
somebody deep in the Midwest looking.
I had Bobby put him I can't remember his last name. He used to run classes out in another label back in the day, 2015, 2016, where he was teaching us about like that's who ended up teaching us about BMIs. But I think he works for BMI as one of the like he'll go to bars and
sit in and be like, they just play Shaka Khan's music.
No, just going up to the DJ and asking for the license, and if they don't have it. But nowadays, if you have a DJ, nine times out of 10, you have it on. They're using Serato, and Serato
already has it.
Yeah, it's damn near a streaming platform. You find out.
That game is so deep.
Yeah, it's so freaking
crazy. Yeah, because it's like
I thought
you can't just be an artist.
No,
you can't. Like you know what I'm saying?
No,
like
even if you like want to, it's like it pulls you in. All this other little stuff. Like I never thought I'd be making beats, dog. Yeah. But here I am making beats. Here I am, landing placements. Here I am doing. In my mind, when I was doing it, like when I was rapping in my house, my little Audacity setup and all that stuff, I was just doing it for fun. I was getting hides with all those friends, kicking it, and just
it was a good time, man.
Yeah,
it's a good time figuring it out, learning what goes where.
Well, before paperwork and money gets involved, that's because as soon as that business starts happening, everybody started just
changing.
I was just like.
Yeah, it's weird, man, and that's why
I still do it like that. I still do it for fun. I don't do it. I don't care.
Kind of had. I mean, to keep your sanity.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's.
I went down the deep end on a few years back, and I completely crashed out. Yeah. I went on a fucking. Mind you, I was going through my whole divorce with my baby mama and all that stuff. So that happened. I just completely spiraled. I started doing coke, dog. I started doing all this extra just.
Y'all didn't hit a line or two in this life.
Yeah,
I know I have.
Yeah, 4 years ago though, I remember I was in a room, and I just looked around. I didn't know nobody besides like two people.
Yeah,
and I was just like, damn. And I had then I remembered I had my daughter's soccer game in the morning.
Yeah.
Mind you, it's 4:00 in the morning. The game was at 7. I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave now, take a little 2 hour nap and bounce. And I told my homeboy I'm about to head out. He was like, "You're gonna go like that?" I was like, "Yeah." I call him a homeboy, but obviously he wasn't. You're gonna go like that? I was like, "No, yeah, why?" He was like, "I wouldn't want my daughter to see me like that." And mind you, she's 4, dude. She didn't care.
She just want to see you. Yeah.
She'd rather me be there. She doesn't know that I'm all strung the fuck out.
Yep.
But all I know is that after that, we had that little like exchange. I just looked around. And I was like, I don't want to be like none of y'all.
Man,
Like I don't even know what I'm doing here.
that's rough.
Yeah.
To like, because
It-
that's
it
one of
was-
them thoughts that
Yeah,
just you don't think of it. It just comes like, damn.
Like what am I even doing here?
Yeah.
Like how did this even happen? Like what has been this last 2-3 years? I was like, I don't get it. And then I remember I went, did my thing. I got out, I stopped doing it. And I had one day where a friend of mine had a bunch of people had some shit on them. So I was like, fuck it, we're gonna party, whatever. I ended up not going. The homeboy ended up going to a Super Bowl party and invited me. I didn't end up going. I was like, I'm just busy type ordeal. And then next thing you know, 6 people at that party were dead off of a fentanyl overdose.
And that could have.
I could have been right there. I could have been that 7th
That's
body.
the spirit, bro.
When
Got
that
you up out of
happened,
there.
yeah. When that happened, my brain said never touching anything else besides the typicals, my weed, my liquor. But even then, I cut back on that. It's because back in the day, if you knew me from back in the day,
So I used to go hard.
oh man, in the paint. Now I'm a dad now. I can't do that. I can't be making my kids look bad out here.
It's a beautiful thing, shit, just to be able to admit that, man, and like know, like, damn, it could have been over for me. You know what I'm saying? Way back then. And like, do you credit that intuition or that voice with just how you was raised, or just like learning from other people's examples, or do you think it was just one of those things that you kind of learned as you grew up? Like, damn, if my actions have consequences, and in order for me to continue to like thrive or just be alive in this world and exist, certain things I might not be able to keep doing.
Yeah. Yes. It was more or less the progress that I was doing was good. I feel like that just ended up being a big indicator as to stop.
Yeah.
Like that's all I saw was a big red light that told me all that shit you're doing, look, it easily could have you could have been gone. And at that moment, that's when I was like, that's when I said, like I said, just stopped everything. And then I got in a relationship. I kind of chilled out for a little bit.
In these relationships, man.
Yeah, no, well, that was the one that ended up sending me out to San Diego. Yeah,
You love hard though. That's what it sounds like,
Yeah.
man. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Some people take advantage of other people's love. You know what I mean, and know that karma comes back around.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like ugly.
None of us is perfect. We ain't perfect.
No,
Ladies,
absolutely.
gentlemen, we ain't perfect. But when you in a relationship and you don't honor the other person in the way that you know they need to be honored,
I feel like it's not even honor, just respect.
respect and honor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more. Yeah, because it's more, for me. I just see it as that because you could lie and you could cheat on someone that you're loyal to. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it's a thing. If it's not reoccurring, it's not really breaking the loyalty all the way through. I feel like it's more or less, like just respecting your partner, respecting the story that you guys are doing, are creating, and just having trust that this partner is going to help you out through the whole thing. when you can't do that, when they fall short, or when you try to rely on them, that becomes a big red flag.
Bruh, I work at a hotel. I do housekeeping in the morning and front desk in the afternoon. And this past 2 weeks, there was two people or two groups of people that really helped me understand what a relationship is supposed to look like at the end of it all, like when we old and shit. My folks been married like 40 years, right? They ain't. I know it ain't a perfect thing. Ain't nobody's relationship, but they're friends. They're friends first, and
that's the issue that happens in especially my most recent one.
Yeah,
is because we were best friends for a good little before we even started doing anything. Once we hit the relationship part, she had this expectation of what she needed as a wife and as a woman, which obviously respect that completely. But she just stopped being my friend. She stopped trying to hang out. She stopped trying to like do all that. It was always date this, date that, which is cool, and I'm down for that. But sometimes I'm down to just kick it and hang out, and, you know. And then, like I said, her expectations just changed. It was no longer like that whole friendship that we had meant nothing. It was whenever we started dating, that's when it like the clock started. And her attitude, man, look, y'all be changing, y'all be switching up so bad. It'd be so crazy.
So back at the hotel these past couple weeks, there was a couple that checked in. It was an older guy and his wife. He was like late 70s, mid to late 70s. His wife was like 10 years older. She was in a wheelchair. And he was kind of hunchback and stuff, you know what I'm saying, just from life. But he got her up out the car. Yeah. He was doing everything for her, right? And he just super talkative, older man. And I was like, damn. He really loved this lady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then this past week, there was a lady that checked in, and her husband was handicapped. He was in a wheelchair. They weren't as old, but you could tell, like, and he was a bigger dude. She was like a little woman. Right. You know what I'm saying? But he was like a bigger dude in a wheelchair. Mobile. His was like automatic wheelchair. And like you could tell on her face, she was like super just tired. Like tired in the sense of like, this is my responsibility and I've been doing this for a long time, and you can see how it wears on somebody. But it wasn't like a complaint tired. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was like, damn, like, I'm 38. When I get up in age, you know, if I do, God willing, to an age where I might need help or assistance or something could happen to where I might be wheelchair bound or some freak acts, just some shit like that, like, I would want somebody to be there for me. I don't want to put that on I don't want to put it on my brother, my mother, my father, my nephew.
Well, that's the whole point of getting a partner. Is to help you through those hard times.
My thing is though, like, are you gonna bail? You know what I'm saying? You love me all this now.
That's the issue.
But if I get fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And now I can't provide for myself or take care of myself like I was able to. Are you gonna stick around?
Right.
There's no litmus test for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only the only test is when that shit happens. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And hearing your story about like just friendship and shit, and how it just flipped.
Yeah.
As soon, you know what I'm saying? As soon as the relationship.
Dog, my homeboy got killed in August.
Sorry to hear that.
He got shot over here in Wyandotte. We had just hung out with him the day before, me and her. A week later is my birthday, so I'm, energies are high the whole time. I'm not even grieving. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I'm just so focused on work and everything else. There's a memorial show that I was supposed to go to, and that I was supposed to perform at. I actually came here for a session before that. That session didn't go as planned, like the way that I ended up getting into it with one of them. With the artist, Mav and them were here, so they saw the whole situation. But did that. I went home, went to that, and then I had asked her like a day before to like I'm gonna be real fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be okay. And I was like, I'm really need you this weekend. And she hit me with the okay, pinky promise, the whole freaking shebang. She did everything to not be there that weekend. She picked up shifts. She did the whole shebang.
Just not to be around you.
Yeah, grieving's not fucking easy. I get it. Next thing you know, I find out that she's with her boss type shit. And I'm just like, oh, that's why. Okay. And then that ended up just putting me into one of the most crazy spirals that I've had in a very, very long time. Cause I grew up in East LA, dog. You feel me? We do a lot of, that we get active. We get
Yeah.
So my situation was when I found out that she was out with homeboy, I ended up pulling up to where they were at. Got into a whole fight with them. Blah blah blah. Blah. We start walking out. They have to sneak them from the back. I'm freaking following them around, and then finally catch up to him. And then he tells me, he goes, "Oh, you're lucky. I'm not. This is my no. You're lucky. This is my old life. I would have blown you away." And
Yeah.
I have my shit in my car too. Like I'm like, and I looked at him straight in his face. I was like, I got my shit in the car. What are we doing?
We don't do those.
Yeah,
things.
we don't. Yeah, you don't play like that, dog.
Yeah.
Like especially from the backgrounds that you don't know where somebody's from, dog. You don't know what kind of story they have. So that when he did that, my everything for a week straight was red.
So I couldn't let that go.
Yeah, I was planning it, doing a whole thing, planning out alibis, got a little freaking like Airbnb right in the corner, right by the shit, I was like, it's about to happen. I remember I was sitting there in the room, and my daughter called me, and that's what ended up starting my my steps to ended up going over to San Diego, because she was talking to me. I hung out with her, and I was like, what the I finally like came back. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I was like, in my head, I was thinking, if I do this, I'm not getting away, dog. There's no. I could plan this immaculately, dog. But there's a camera somewhere that's gonna catch me somewhere, dog. They're gonna either use car cameras, ring cameras, yeah. Especially it's in the middle of Westport too, dog. Like, come on now.
Yeah. Nope.
So, yeah, she calls. I do that. I snap back into it. I start scrolling through Facebook, and there was this little AI chat box about like mental health. It said, "Do you suffer from drug abuse, mental health, or mental health?"
Yeah.
And I was like, screw it. Clicked on it. Started chatting with an AI bot, kind of trauma dumping. And next thing you know, the center that I was supposed to be at ended up calling me. And I ended up, they like scheduled my flight that same for the next day, and I was gone.
It was a wrap.
Yep. Yeah. Because I know if I would have been here any longer and sitting with these, eventually it was going to happen again. I was going to see some shit that I didn't like. I was going to react like I didn't want to.
Yep.
So yeah, I took off. The whole time that I was over there, like I said, it was not only was it cool because I did the retreat, but the fact that I did it in Cali was a big one for me, because it was like back home.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm just on a vacation in Florida.
It's like a real reset.
Yeah. Going to the beach, I saw family while I was out there. The program was super like lax. We just lived it. It was like 5 of us that lived in a house. We all cleaned up after each other.
Yeah.
We went to the center from 9 to 3 p.m. And then after that, we had full range to do whatever we wanted. As long as we come back, we did the breathalyzer, and we did and then every Thursday they would piss test us. So it was cool. It was a good experience. They put me in the gym.
What advice would you give? And I want to speak specifically to people that are creatives, that are musicians, that are artists, entertainment industry, producers, engineers, light guys, sound guys, stage guys, venue owners. Nothing is ever enough for a lot of us. And what advice would you have for somebody that is continually trying to take their brand or their craft, their career to the next level, and are dealing with underlying issues that could potentially ruin everything?
Right.
Like, what advice would you have for them? Like, say, here's the edge, and they're like right there. You know what I mean? On crashing out, but then right there on that breakthrough of like that next ascent to that next mountain peak.
Get therapy. Whether you think you need it or not,
Yeah.
go get help. Therapists have therapy. You know,
Yeah.
it's not a taboo. It's not one of those situations. It's 100%. You're just going over there and venting and letting it out and letting somebody give you either a perspective, or you could find a therapist that just doesn't even care and is just there to listen. Depending on what kind of style of you do.
What about those that aren't willing to go to that length to help identify an issue? You know what I'm saying? What if they're not able? Should they go to maybe some close friends? Should they go online? Should they take a step back from certain things?
I think taking a step back for sure, getting some space. Don't isolate.
That's hard, bro.
That's saying a lot, though.
That's like the first thing you want to do.
Exactly.
I ain't fucking with nobody.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you.
I'm walled up in the home.
Yeah, no, don't isolate. That you end up going stir crazy. You think everybody's plotting on you. It's never a good time when you're just sitting alone, especially in your head. If you're in your head, go out, get some fresh air, treat yourself. That's what I did. That's what they told me to do a lot while I was over there. Because I was still getting short-term disability and long-term and all that stuff, so I was getting money. Anytime that I was feeling any type of way, I would go take myself to a freaking nice dinner just to get out, see people, talk to people. I wasn't allowed to drink, but I was getting mocktails.
You know, some people feel guilty about doing nice things for themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't be enjoying this, or
a lot of people also people that do that also like internalize a lot of other people's struggles. That's why as far as I've seen people that
like
are
taking it on as their own.
They'll sit there and the reason that they feel guilty about having fun is because they know somebody that can't have fun because of their condition, and that gives them that guilt. Like,
Yeah.
it's not which isn't all the case.
Are they wrong for that, or are they wrong for?
They're not wrong
processing it.
They're not wrong for caring. They're wrong for internalizing it.
Yeah.
It's not your problem. Like, it's not your issue. And really, it should motivate you to want to do more things more because of the fact that other people can't do it. If they had the opportunity to be in the position that you're going to be in, they would take it in a heartbeat. So why would you let go of an opportunity when it doesn't make sense? It's at that point.
It's like playing small sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that. I've done it. I've played small for the sake of others, but I do know the feeling where it's like, damn, like it's so many people that can't enjoy certain things, and I'm out here enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like I'm aware of it. I'm conscious of it. It's hard not to be. And I mean, naturally, I personally want to, like, I don't want to say show the way, but I want to, if I can help, if I can be a part of bringing somebody up out of pit. But it's like, damn, sometimes trying to bring somebody out of a drowning ocean, like, they'll pull you down and you'll drown.
You got to remember, too, sometimes those people have a freaking boat.
Man.
Sometimes those people have a whole boat and they're just drowning because they want to be.
That's wild.
There's no, you know,
Yeah.
you can never gauge it. You help people out, you give them their hand, but as soon as it starts affecting your personal life and your family and stuff like that, you gotta let it go. You
gotta
can't.
pull the cord.
Yeah, yeah. You can't internalize. If you internalize everybody's drama, that you're gonna internalize literally everybody's drama.
So here's the thing.
Everybody has drama, dog.
I play guitar,
Right.
and I've played in a handful of bands and cover bands around the city or whatever. And I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't have to play another show, and I'll be fine. I don't have to make another song, and I'll be fine. It's enough music that's already made in the world, or I can just hear it and listen to it. I enjoy listening to music, other people's music, hearing other people play just as much as me playing. Do you think that as an artist, you should be or arrive to a point where you can appreciate other listening to music just as much as making it?
I think you also always should.
Why?
One, influence. You might hear some crazy stuff out there that you want to sample somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
Two, it's just it's feeling different. If all you do is listen to your own music, all you're gonna do is listen to all your internal thoughts, right? You're not gonna hear other people's perspectives on things. And then, like I said, influence goes back to that too. You never know. You might listen to a song that might give you this. You might not copy the exact song, but the subject matter you liked, and then it's just relatable. Like it's anything that you relate to. I feel like you should be out there trying to listen to. And not only that, you also have to remember that you can't expect people to be fans and you not be a fan.
Man,
Somebody, because
you can't expect people to be a fan of your stuff and you not be a fan of
anybody else's.
anybody else. I've met a handful of people that's like they're the top artists on their list. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
They only
no, you
listen
should
to their-
always be the top artist on your list in general because it's you.
Okay.
But
You ain't got
throw
no
on-
other
yeah,
favorites.
like throw on some Kehlani, dog.
yeah, you know.
Why
Shout
we
out to
gotta-
Kaylani. We love you up
Absolutely.
here.
Oh,
KC loves you.
absolutely.
I saw you in Lawrence at the Granada. LMA opened for you. This was a handful of years ago.
man.
Shout out to Big Heart, bro, because he had tickets for that, and that opened my eyes. So he had a drummer, I think a keyboard player, and some dancers, but it was like a dope set.
Yeah.
Super dope.
She's
set.
going crazy right now.
And
Oh
I wasn't
my
like
God.
let me go see Kaylani. He was like, hey, bro, you want to go to this show? I was like, yeah, I'll go. We went
Yeah.
out there, and I was like, I'm glad I went. I normally don't go out like that, like spontaneous like that, just because I feel like I don't have to be everywhere all the time anymore. Like it was a time I'm trying to be everywhere, go to all the shows, be on the scene and be around. And I mean, I've learned I can't work with everybody. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not for everybody. Everybody's not for me. And it's just certain things as I've gotten older musically that I don't that I value them the same, but I have other values that overshadow those.
Yeah.
Now. You know what I'm saying? Like I value my peace a lot more than trying to make something happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I let everything happen on its own. It's worked out, bro.
That's real shit. That's real
It's
shit.
worked out.
That's real
Like-
shit. It's
like
hard
you-
too, though.
Yeah.
It's hard too because it's like shit.
Because in those quiet days, like what we were talking about earlier about the quiet days,
Yeah.
when people aren't hitting you up to make music and all that, those
Which
are the
is,
worst.
bro, it gets
Those are the
more like
worst.
that. Like, if you ain't in the network or whatever circle, it gets like that. It's like damn, it was 80 people around, and all of a sudden it's just me.
Yeah.
It's just me. My phone. This is one thing I always tell people now. Plenty of my musicians friends, I'm like, bro, my phone is not gonna ring in like it used to. It just won't. You know what I'm saying? So
Until
if it
it
rings,
does.
I'm gonna pick it up, and I might not take the gig, but I'll entertain it.
Right.
I can't be so like focused on one way. This is my way. This is how I gotta do it. When my options ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a time where no, I'm not. I'm cool on this gig. I'm cool on that. I don't gotta take this. But now it's just because you competing with the same day, different events, and it's like, well, This one's gonna pay more. This one's less struggle. This one I don't gotta learn as much. I can just show up and do the thing. But now it's like my phone don't ring to play guitar for folks like it used to. So it's like it's cool, which is cool because I still gotta put my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to my own venues and reach out to, engage. But as like a hired gun guitarist, you don't get them calls like you used to.
Right.
You know what I mean? I value my 9 to 5 a lot more than I used to. I value that.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
Consistent. You know what I'm saying? I used to pick jobs.
I do my I do my day job just to keep me busy.
Yeah.
Not because I need it. If I really double down on the engineering and the production and the sync and all that, I know I could make double the money.
What you need, dude.
Yeah. When you get into high volume music industry like sync, it burns you out very fast. I'm done. Like I do whenever they hit me up to do like a little project, that's when I'll like do something. But as far as like me going out of my way to create a bunch of music to send out to all these supervisors, like I did that already. We already did the groundwork. I'm already getting the BMI checks.
Do you think that going through that that type of training, having that experience musically, assisted in allowing you to be like cool or less like aggressive for getting opportunities or getting, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah,
more selective.
Getting the placements that I've gotten, I've at this point has put me in a position where I'm not really reaching for a goal right now.
Yeah, you still got the love and the fun.
Well, there was a moment where I didn't have it anymore. When I was actually doing that, like consistently, fully
seeing the results,
all the money was coming in, the placements were happening, and all that. But there was a burnout moment where I just didn't even want to listen to music.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm done, bro. Yeah. Like I just don't want to do this anymore. And then like a bunch of shady stuff started happening around me. People started switching up. Boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, I'm just like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I took a whole hiatus, a whole year off of the engineering and production. I start rapping.
Is it? do you find it almost comical that there was a time in life where it's like, music's my life. There's nothing else I want to do. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like now, I'm like,
I don't want to make this. The industry is horrible. Like the business side of it, like the way that people move inside the music industry, like the industry, not just like the community of musicians. I'm talking about the actual business. The motherfuckers that be signing checks. Yeah, these people are the rudest, most disrespectful, but coolest people ever. Like they're super cool and all that, but when it comes down to like the music and they'll really tell you some shit sucks if some shit sucks. They're bottom up.
Which I mean,
I was like, oh my god,
you gotta have thick skin.
Oh, absolutely.
You gotta be ready for the aggressiveness, the abrasiveness, the straightforwardness, the directness.
But the way that I feel like it's more or less. I don't think it's that they think it sucks. It's just not commercial for them. Mm. That's where most of my roadblocks, where I like people that didn't like a song that I submitted and all that, it was just either too long because I stretched it out and I was on a shroom trip at some point, or like, or it's too graphic, so it obviously can't go on TV shows and all that stuff. So gotta change the lyrics. It's always very nitpicky stuff like that, but I've definitely had moments where they're like, "This just sounds sad, dude." But moments of my life where I was actually sad.
Yeah,
like I said, you hear it in the music and shit like that. So
you feel it too. Let's go back to the artist, the hip hop side of Achilles. Have you ever had somebody listen to your music and be like, damn, bro, I needed to hear this song that you made? Like that song that you made, like, changed my life or it did something to me. Or,
I've had a few of those for
That's
sure.
what's up.
More early on in my career, I had a song called Child's Lullaby, where I talked about my, at this time, I was only like 18, 19. Well, no, I was 21 when I made it. But I wrote it and recorded it. I was around 18, 19. And we had just gone through, me and my ex at the time, I had just gone through a miscarriage. So it was like a little letter to my
unborn child.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And it was, I wish I had it up. I might actually drop that here soon, just for old time's sakes. But yeah, I had a few people. That one was a big one that a lot of people were like, they got my storytelling in. They saw that I had a little of that.
Yeah.
I did another 4 tracks after that called Michael's Story. It was the whole thing. It was like about some kid that grew up in like with drug dealer, the dad, and the dog. The story for it is cool. I wish I could do something with it, but I feel like it doesn't meet up to par to the stuff that I do now. So
Yeah.
it's kind of in the vault right now.
If you had like I'm a still a question from Irv. Shout out to the homie Big Irv. If you had a blank check and that check allows you to put an album together,
A blank check though.
a blank check. I need to know. The people need to know. One producer. You can say multiple producers since it's a blank check. What producers are you getting on this project? And you don't even gotta be. You don't gotta be the artist, but you can be the artist on there. But let's just say whatever compilation album, whatever, however, it's an album that you putting out. Blank check. What producers? What artists? Even maybe musician. Do you see on there? They gotta be living though.
I got.
Oh no, dead or alive.
I'm creating a hit record.
Dead or alive.
Essentially, I'm creating a hit record with the blank check.
Hit record.
All right, bet. I got Dr. Dre and Kanye on production.
Ooh, shout out to the notes. Right off the bat.
Absolutely, those two.
Guaranteed
with especially when I heard them do it on Jesus King 2.
Yeah.
That production throughout that whole thing is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
So they already have chemistry. If I want a crazy hook, I'm putting Ty Dolla $ign on it for sure.
Man, shout out to Ty Dolla $ign.
Ty Dolla $ign for sure.
He got a dope song with LMA. It's called No She Don't. The song's cold.
I'd make it a Ty Dolla $ign record with a J. Cole feature.
Shout out to Cole. We love you here, man. Cole, you were great for the game, bro.
Absolutely.
Definitely great for the game.
I'd put Kenny in there, but he does his own thing. I let him do his own thing.
Yep. Shout out to K Dot.
Yeah.
Let's see. If you don't end up touring, sold out shows, arenas, getting the pay that is right for you,
right?
As an artist, if you don't end up being in everybody's home on everybody's radio, would you still make music?
Absolutely,
you would still be.
I do
involved.
it now.
And so that's amazing because a lot of people are like, "Fuck it, then I'm done."
Yeah,
you know
I didn't start doing this for a lot of people started. They thought that it's easy to just come in and make a hit and call it a day.
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
You genuinely
I love making music. Yeah. I've been doing it since I was playing around. I was doing it when I was 13.
Yeah.
Then I started really rapping with like my friends and all that around like 16, 17. Shout out to Jay Tice and my homeboy.
Shout out, fellas. Shout out to Mab. You on the live chat, bro.
What up, Mab? Yeah, no, shout out to Jay Tice. We had a little group called Wicked Minded Maniacs.
Yeah. Wicked Minded
Maniacs. Yeah, it was we were in high school, dog.
WMM, baby.
Yeah. So we started doing stuff together. Then I ended up going back to Cali after I graduated. So we kind of drifted away. I started the school out there and kind of I actually got into battle rap out there. The circuits out there. That was a little fun era.
Would you still go into battle rap?
Absolutely. I love beef, dog.
Man, no, that's dope. Though.
I love beef, and it's never personal for me. I could say somebody could say something.
It's an art, bro.
Yeah,
battle rap is an art.
Absolutely, and the shit that they say on URL and boy, that Not Like Us is light work, dog.
The one dude that had the big body bitch, I think it was Tay Rock. That was probably one of the best like rap verses I ever heard, like battle rap verses.
Oh, absolutely.
I was like, bro, how did you even remember all of these words? Like battle rappers,
they're different, dog. They're different. They're different. But
we love battle rappers, bro, because y'all just be right.
Y'all can't ever find a beat to save y'all lives, bro. Right. But y'all be saying the most intricate, just
and y'all be remembering
line.
Y'all be getting the crowd be intervening, breaking up. Y'all be having to wait a whole minute to restart the verse, and y'all still just
come right back to it. That's not happen. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a skill. It's a whole skill.
Which is why I loved Eminem. And initially, is what really I feel like Eminem was one of the biggest reasons why hip hop catapulted into a whole nother level. Is because of his battle rap upbringing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like not only freestyling, but freestyling, battling, like two beats.
Yeah.
And I know I think there's a couple leagues that do that type of stuff still without with the beat, but it was just like, damn, bro. Like I had never seen, like as a kid, I had never seen battle rapping. Honestly, I never really saw battle rappers until Eminem hit the scene.
Yeah.
It wasn't a part of the hip hop culture that I was accustomed to.
Yeah, it was that and 8 Mile.
8 Mile is one of the best fucking movies
documentaries ever, dog.
One of the best.
I don't care what nobody says. That is his life. That is absolutely his life.
I wish they would have spent the same amount of time and care on that Biggie movie that they did with 8 Mile.
Biggie was cool.
It wasn't like 8 Mile though.
The Pac movie was the one that I didn't like. Yeah. That was the one that really because I didn't mind the Biggie movie and you know
it was cool, but I just felt like it didn't get the same attention.
Well, no, it got trumped by 50's doc. That's around that same fucking. They dropped around the same. I remember they dropped around the same time because I want to go watch those two in the theaters, and it was like around the same years. 50's doc just fucking went.
Talk about Get Rich?
Yeah. That shit was just disgusting.
50's
that
movie
boy,
was.
I don't know why that boy is so freaking cold when it comes down to that stuff.
50, he's just a different dude. I remember hearing this because he was signed to Interscope before he got shot. Then he got shot. They dropped him. And his projects on Interscope were just, I mean, they weren't nothing like Get Rich and everything after that. But it was just like, damn,
his mixtape run was.
He was
How
so
to rob,
cold,
bro. How to rob?
He was a signed artist. You know what I'm saying?
He was going crazy at that point. I was like, what is happening?
Imagine having that record drop in the.
No,
go ahead. Imagine that movie drop with the way that social media and internet is now. Like just the eyes and attention. But I remember when because I didn't know about how to rob. I didn't know about 50 until Wanksta came out, right? When Wanksta dropped, I was like, whoa, who the fuck is this thing? He with him?
Bro,
he's cold.
That Get Rich or Die Trying album.
Then I went back.
The way it
was
dropped
a
in LA,
bro.
The way it dropped in LA. I'm talking about everybody
I wouldn't.
in their fucking minds.
Lost it.
Was losing their shit, dog.
Go.
Especially like I think it was a lot of the fact that he came and started working with Dre.
Yeah.
And that cosign in that time frame
was everything.
Dre and freaking M were
M won the Grammy for best hip hop album the same year that Lauryn Hill won best album of the year Grammy. I think it was 99 or 2000.
Was it 2000?
It might have been. It was 2000.
I thought it was MMLP.
It was 2000.
Was it Slim Shady then?
Oh yeah, Slim Shady LP.
Okay.
I can try to Google it.
Nah, I believe you, dog. I ain't going that.
But either way, yeah, Eminem.
M's hard, dog. I grew up listening to M too. Don't get it twisted. I just when it comes down to my Rushmore, I think rapping M is up here, strong structure wise. I like all these cats better.
If there was one like if there was a question that this dude asked a long time ago about like if rock and roll had one page in the history of the world and it was only relegated to one page, what guitarist would be on there? And they're like, shit, all the blues guys is gonna be on there, all the old blues guys, and then you'll have like Hendrix and Eddie Van Halen, Jimmy Page. It'll be a handful. Kurt Cobain, which people would debate, but I mean, you can't go from 70s and 80s music to 90s and 2000s without seeing Kurt and grunge. There's just no way you can do it. You can't overlook the impact because if you look at who was with him, like Dave Grohl with Foo Fighters, they almost created a genre within.
They were going crazy,
bro. They were going
so insane
and didn't give a fuck.
What do you think about this whole new situation with the classified Kurt Cobain's death as a
with Courtney Love and all of that?
Yeah, it's a murder now. It's no longer suicide.
I mean, I've been thinking that it was like that from way back, but I think it's cool. I'm not super invested in it. You know what I mean? Because
I'm not either. I just heard about it
the other
day. I was just like, what the hell, dude?
I mean, it's
white people doing white people shit,
right? It's similar to like Pac's Killers finally coming to, you know what I'm saying, the light or whatever, shit like that. But at the end of the day,
Diddy ain't shit.
Man,
Diddy ain't shit.
That was so hard.
I respect you as a businessman, dog, but you ain't shit.
It's so hard to like, because all the music influence, bro. All the records that
literally our whole
life, bro.
The whole late 90s and early 2000s, like R&B.
Bad Boy.
Oh my God.
Hey, Mary, 112, Carl Thomas. Shit. Motherfucking Craig Mack.
God
Biggie.
damn it, dude. You gotta. Anyway.
All the making, yeah.
We ain't talking about Diddy no more.
We gonna do better with
lifting our people up, dog.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not getting away with the shit that they was getting away with back then.
Absolutely not.
Just not happening.
Everyone's snitching now too.
Yeah,
they're good. I'm glad people are snitching about that kind of stuff for sure. Sexual misconduct is definitely not, you shouldn't be going to a recording studio to work on a song and then get roofied.
Right.
Like what?
Like shit, I was in the booth and then I woke up with my pants off. Like what the fuck?
And my ass was hurting.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy in the dock, bro.
Yeah,
when the homeboy said that, I was like, there ain't no way you just went out like
making
that.
a band.
He was like, just woke up and
crash
my ass was hurting. I was like, there's no way you just said that on fucking national TV, dog.
Said it, bro. Definitely said it. And I mean, I commend anybody for speaking up.
I do too, but
on that, but it's
not on a public platform like that, bro. You could have been doing that, but when it happened, dog, what'd you do? Just he kept working with them afterwards.
That's the thing, though, bro. That's the thing. People live so jaded that good is bad or good is bad and bad is good to them, and it's almost like an abusive relationship. Like, I gotta stay. Some of them couldn't afford to leave because of the money that they was losing out on.
Homeboy was fine.
Some of them, you know what I'm saying?
Homeboy was literally good, bro.
You know what I mean?
He was already a producer. He had already had hits. He liked the lifestyle.
Some people
he liked the lifestyle, dog.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And that's I don't know. I don't really know how to I don't know how to because
it's a fun lifestyle, dog. Let's keep it a buck. It is a fun lifestyle. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna.
You want to swinging party and do all that? All right, own up to it. Like if somebody took advantage of you, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But
ain't no way you just woke up and your ass was hurting, bro. I don't believe you. I don't believe that you didn't know what was going on.
I don't either. I don't either.
Not that one. That's the one story that I was just like, there ain't no way, bro.
Like, so you woke up and it was hurting, like. And then it's like you can't speak out publicly at that time because it's like you like damn near treason.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's almost like that. It's almost like that.
And
like,
then in this era of hip hop,
the amount of power that
in this era of hip hop too, dog, motherfuckers were whacking people.
Oh, bro, like left and right, like, left and right, yeah, left and right.
It was in oh my god, you're just gonna get away with snitching. It was nothing like today. No, nothing like today. Back in the day, dog,
you would lose your life to speak up. Yeah. You would lose your life. You would be blackballed all the way.
Everything just goes to shit, dog.
You might not even lose your life. Somebody that's close to you would. You know what I'm saying? Like it was that deep, that calculated, that sinister. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. I think that music, in itself, is it's a gift. It owes us nothing, and it's unfortunate. And it's inherently good, but it's unfortunate the way that it's turned into a snare for so many people, man. It's just like they can't see past, you know, the next song. They can't see past this lifestyle that they want to live. They can't see past it don't matter what genre, because if you in the circuit, in the network, you making decent money. You know what I'm saying? If you are in that network or that circuit, and it's just unfortunate. It's become a snare because people they just close themselves off to other parts of themselves. Like you're so much more than an artist, even to the point where some artists like, I'm only a rapper, I'm only a guitar player, I'm only a sound guy, and it's like all this time where you could take on other parts of music, learn other parts of music.
You don't even have to master them. Just learn it.
You don't.
Like have your craft. Always have your craft. The one thing that you just know how to do.
Yep.
Like it's the back of your hand. But yeah, dabble in everything else. That's how you make your money. That's literally how you make your money. 50 found out that he knew how to do that when he did his own documentary, and they made freaking millions, and he was like, screw this music shit. What am I doing here?
It's
I'm gonna start doing movies.
I think some of its growth. There are some people in this world, some artists. I will say this, that they are meant to be on the stage in front of people every night. You know what I'm saying? Playing songs, doing their shows. There are some people that are just uniquely gifted for that. That's for them. And I think that until we get to a point where we get that, or we see that that's not what we want.
Right.
A lot of it, I think, is just we realize that just not what we want. It'd be cool. We keep shit on deck.
But I would hate to be famous.
But I mean, we say that.
I would hate to be famous.
I would love to be known for the good things that I put out in the world, but
known is one thing. But
that's what fame
is. 5 o'clock in the morning, freaking paparazzi sitting outside of your freaking house, dog, and actually and actually trying to break in and no.
The question is though, could you handle it if it came? You could figure it out. Like, you might not want the shit. You might not want the 5 a.m. paparazzi or the all the people trying to break in your crib to get pictures with you, or everybody waiting up for you after your show and shit like that. But could you handle it? Could you find a way to process it to where, because a lot of people just can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can do everything else, but it's just like, damn, I don't know how to find my center in the midst of this big ass storm. Like, how do I keep my center? And that's hard when you got a million motherfuckers doing it.
Well, everybody telling you everything all at once too. There was a moment there, dog, that I had the city. There was traction in the city for me, and I had my crash out moment.
Yeah,
where I completely just spazzed out, and I was just like, I don't even want any of this anymore. I think that since I was so young in the time frame and I was on drugs and I was, I wasn't me.
Yeah.
Right now. That obviously led to a lot. I wasn't seeing my kids, so that was another boom.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
that's literally a piece of you that's just out there.
Life was just doing the caving in on all angles, and then the pressure of doing all that stuff. I'm talking about. I was having panic attacks.
Yeah,
it just got to that point, and I spazzed out on a lot of like dope people that I knew that were there for me, but at the time, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I thought everybody was plotting. That's all it was.
Bro, I get like that. There was a super well-known guitarist here in our city who got murdered like a year or so ago. And I just took a step back from everything. Because, like, it went from, he's a guitar player. Hey, shout out AJ Young, blessed dude.
Oh, I know AJ.
Yeah, but he was so gifted, like, performing artist, guitar, singing.
And his brother's out there kicking ass too.
They're totally different. Artistry, like, I mean, his brother's dope as a rapper, but like AJ was all the way ready, like musician, run circles around most of musicians, singing, all of that. But
AJ was dope. AJ was really.
It went from like a local hip hop diss rap beef to now he gone. And I saw like when you like do shows around the city, like you got a lot of mutual friends that do music, so I would see the diss records drop, and I would see all these artists and musicians that I knew like commenting and chiming in while this is happening. He's getting into it with artists, an artist getting into it with him, and they're making songs. And I just see how they was dissing the fuck out of him, and he dies. And then all of a sudden, like all these different artists that
now everyone's friends with him, and now everybody cares about it.
And I was like, bro, nah, y'all ain't doing me like that. On my mom's, you not. You know what I'm saying? So I'd
rather be the motherfucker that everybody hates than the motherfucker that you guys are all pretending to.
You know what I'm saying? No. And I was like, I had to take a step back and reevaluate who I allow myself to be around, how much I allow myself to be around them, and it really helped me to stop taking on other people's musical assignments as my own. You know what I'm saying? Because, you want to be available, network, make money, get your resume up out there and your songs are your resume. You record the songs or whatever work you did on a person's is part of your resume, part of your calling card, your business card. Like, hey, you can check out my work. You hear how I master, mix. You can hear how I play, whatever. Boom. And it's just like, man, some of that shit just don't be worth it. Because people set up fake gigs to get you out of here. They'll set up fake shows to get you out of here. They'll set up 1 or 2 situations to get you in a situation where, and it's just like, bro, like if I gotta be, I'm military minded. Shout out to Pac.
Yep.
But if I gotta be that so fucking
on top of your shit,
that cerebral around motherfuckers that we supposed to be loving what we doing, playing music and shit.
Everybody started reading that freaking book, The 48 Laws of Power, and then they started running with that whole narrative of
manipulating everybody.
And that's I say it on one of my songs. I was like 48 Laws of Power. I'd rather stick to the code.
Yep.
I'd rather be cool, dog. I'd rather be chilling, and I'm a lot more happier not manipulating people and not planning all these little secrets to try to freaking get to where I want to be. I can genuinely say that everything that I've done from when I began to here has been out of just genuine love for the crafts. Organic. I didn't do it when I met with BK and David. I didn't do it off of like, egotistical. I'm walking in here, I'm the best. They heard that I do Spanish music. I pulled up. I was drunk as hell, plastered.
Yeah.
I pulled up late night at we're out on label. They were like, "Well, we're gonna see if you can do it," and I was like, "Fuck it." Threw me in the booth. We did the first song, and they fucking loved it. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna need about 10 more of these."
Yeah,
and then we cranked them all out. But that's wouldn't have happened if I would have walked in there on some ego. I need this. Oh, I think I'm better than. Oh, like bro, especially those two. The resume that those two have is freaking insane. Yeah. When I found out after the fact, I was like, "Hold on, dog."
Like, I'm glad I didn't say. That's
bro, Chris Brown. BK fucking
That's all you gotta. That's all you gotta.
Chris Brown is crazy.
That's all you gotta say. It's just like, unfortunately, man. That's what
shout out to BK and David Foreman again, dog. Y'all are some thugs. Y'all are bullies, man. Y'all, but they made me who I am today, so I respect them. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And I think we gonna round it off. We got a quick little guitar and bar session coming up real quick. But any last words you want to share just on this particular interview?
Just catch me at all platforms on everything. It's AKILLIZ. I did, like I said, like you said in the beginning, we dropped a project on December 31st, right before the new year was ending. Kind of put a close to the chapter of that. That's why I did it that day. It's called Sick Too Sick. It's SIK2SIK. Again, the name is Achilles everywhere, AKILLIZ. And shout out to everybody that's watching.
One more question. How did you get the name Achilles?
Oh, see, now I got to tell a story.
It would be a perfect ending then.
All right, cool. So, in 2017, there was a moment where I had I got into another dark place, and I actually tried to,
end it.
Yeah, I ended up in the hospital for 4 days. Got my stomach pumped. I think they said that I was clinically dead 2 times.
Damn.
So I ended up getting out of that whole situation when I got back. At that time, I didn't have a real artist name. I was just going off of what I would go off of. And then my real name's Hector. So if you know the story of the Iliad, Hector and Achilles are like the Troy. Mm-hmm. Achilles kills Hector for all that little shit that's going on. So it's, in a sense, it was like a death of an old me, rebirth of a new me situation. So yeah,
Brad Pitt was a wicked Achilles, bro.
Yeah, sir. Brad Pitt was goated. I love that movie. I love Greek mythology in general, so that was a big one. And then, like I said, my name's Hector, so it just kind of
it fit
perfectly. A good little alter ego switch.
Hell yeah.
Especially that mentality that I had back then. That shit is gone, shipped. And the next year I had kids, and I was over with.
And them kids will help you stay on the path, man.
Absolutely.
The right path.
And they come exactly when you need them to.
Bro.
They don't miss.
Well, until next time, you already know what it is. Missing Link. Bye, y'all.